Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppage, looking at another beer that I got from Beer Germ, the great Belgian web shop that has a pretty damn awesome selection of beer. In my mind, one of the best online shops that actually ships worldwide, which is awesome. So check them out, link for them is down below. This is a beer that will be really fun to try. I have the first variation of this beer, and this is, I think, the second, and they've done three. So this is the collab between Omnipollo in Sweden and Evil Twin Brewing in New York/Denmark. And this is their Pink Lemonade IPA with Carl Grandin? Grandin? I probably butchered his name. I said Carl Grandin. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, sorry dude. But he's the artist of all the artwork that Omnipollo does on their beers and whatnot. They put him on the Pink Lemonade edition, and then they recently, earlier this year, held a contest where you could have your face on the label. For the next one, which is kind of like Arnold Palmer, I believe it's called, I guess inspired. It's Lemonade and Iced Tea IPA. Sounds really fun. So this one is inspired by, as the other one, childhood flavors and nostalgia, as they say. And then this is an IPA with lemon and raspberry added. So that's the pink element. Usually pink lemonade is made with raspberry. And the other version, I got a lot of different comments on. Actually, the video did really well. Really well, actually, surprisingly. But I got a lot of different comments on people saying their beers did not look like anything like mine. Mine was like crazy turbid hazy. It looked like it was like so like thick it almost looked like lemon curd. While others got something that was a bit more clear, which is kind of interesting with that variation. And I've heard the same of this actually, which is interesting. I've seen pictures when my friends had wanted trying it. Some have had like super clear samples. Some had or not super clear, but more clear, and some have had ones that are like murky as hell. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if they make this with purees or how they do it, but maybe that sinks to the bottom, and some of the last cans that are put out have a little bit more in them. I'm not sure of the puree. I don't know. So, or maybe just batch variation. But this one will be fun to try. There is actually a no, not a can on date, but a code. But this will be fun to try. This is brewed at Dorchester Brewing Company in Boston, Massachusetts. And actually, it's funny. I think actually Evil Twin and Omnipollo actually both brew at the same breweries when they do releases for the States. But we got the Pink Lemonade IPA poured, and well, it's got a bit of haze to it as well. It's not as crazy, at least in my glass here, as the old-fashioned lemonade was. And that literally tasted like lemonade with hops or something like that. It was crazy. But this is, you can see, like, it's like, on camera it looks like an orange IPA, but I guess the base beer is the same, but the reason maybe why it's a bit more dark in color is because you get a little bit of color from the raspberries or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. It could also be a different recipe. But it's like a nice orange color, nicely hazy on top, a little more clear in the bottom. The other one, like, it was just like fucking lemon curd looking. It looked crazy. However, this one I popped it just fizzed like crazy, and the head would just go nowhere, which was very different compared to the other one. But looks nice in the glass, one finger white head. Let's check out the aroma on the Pink Lemonade IPA by Omnipollo and Evil Twin. Okay, that is way different than the old-fashioned. This is so much more muted on the aroma. The other one just exploded on the aromas with lemonade-y aromas and like juicy hops. This I'm getting like a little bit of a, okay, I don't know the age on this one either, but this got a little bit of a bubblegum vibe to me, and like a chalky thing. Yeah, it's like bubblegum. I'm not picking up loads of hops either. And actually, interestingly, not like bubblegum and raspberry candy. I'm not getting much lemon really on the aroma, to be honest. And a bit of a grain, or not grain, but like a malt profile, sweet malt, maybe Weishi or something like that. Interesting. Like the other one just burst with crazy lemon and hop aromas. But let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers, and thanks a ton to Beer Germ for the beer. Flavor is a different story, though. That's weird. Oh. It's also a bit tart. I think they categorize this as fruit beer more than, or at least in some places, they say it's a fruit beer more than an IPA. And I guess I can somewhat understand that sometimes. But the flavor is approaching the other one more, for sure. There's much more flavor to it than Aroma for some reason. That's fun. The other one had like this super sharp tart lemon flavor with lots of hops. This is a bit sweeter, it seems, which is probably from the raspberry, I guess. It has like a little bit of that tart lemon flavor and then some sweet raspberry. It reminds me of sweet raspberry candy. The hops are not crazy present. It has a bit of that kind of chalky feel as well as on the Aroma. Like, I don't know why, it just reminded me of chalky. It was great mouthfeel, actually quite pillowy and slick and silky. But in terms of hops, there is some... It's interesting, though, the hop character on this is a bit different. I'm almost getting, like, minty basil notes. Like, the other one was a bit more citrus-oriented. This has that lemon basil thing on the back end especially. And then it turns into the raspberry. It's almost tasting like a mix, or like a beer cocktail, to be honest. A little bit of sweetness to it as well. As I said, it's like a sweeter flavor, but also sweet malt, but almost like it's almost reminding me of lactose, but I don't think there's lactose in here. Otherwise, I think it would say on the label in terms of, you know, allergen rules and whatnot, but maybe not even, you know. The rules in the States are so different from state to state. It's not blowing my socks off as much as the Old Fashioned. The Old Fashioned was a bit cooler with like crazy lemon, but also crazy hoppy. This seems a bit more like a... I can see why some people talk about fruit beer. It seems a bit more like a fruit beer. I'm getting lots of like lemon candy type flavors, and then that sweet, also candy like a raspberry flavor, but lots of sweet raspberry. It's quite much sweeter than other raspberry flavors you're used to because raspberries are quite sour. It's a bit of a perplexing beer, but I actually enjoy it. It's quite nice. It's not... I don't think it's really as good as the Old Fashioned. I really enjoyed that one, actually. Also because it had a bit more hops. It showed itself a bit more as an IPA, whereas this is maybe a bit more subdued. But that, again, I don't know the age of this can. I think they released it this summer. I take it they rebrewed it. So I'm not sure if this is the same batch or a newer batch or what it is, but it's still a nice IPA. Or not IPA. I'd say IPA fruit beer hybrid maybe, because there's like that kind of basil green kind of hoppy thing, basil minty thing on the flavor. But yeah, I'm going a bit lower actually on this one compared to the Old Fashioned Lemonade. I'm gonna go 88. I think it's a nice beer. It's nice and refreshing. It's very drinkable, but I just like the other one so much more. That was like crazy hoppy lemonade IPA hybrid thing. It was really nice. But I still definitely want to check out the mashup thing with the fan label that they did, the iced tea and lemonade IPA. That sounds like an Arnold Palmer. I think it'll be really fun to check out. But it's a fun beer. It's a beer worth checking out for sure. It's fun when people kind of push a bit of boundaries and do weird stuff like this. And then people in the comments talked a lot about when does it stop being beer and just turn into alcohol pops. You can discuss that for yourselves. I don't mind too much. I think it's fun. The beer has to be fun as well, guys. But yeah, an 88, guys, for the Omnipollo and Evil Twin Brewing Pink Lemonade IPA. Let me know what you think of this one, guys, if you had a chance to try it. Was your can, was there such a crazy difference as there was with the Old Fashioned, like in terms of color and profile to flavor? Let me know, guys. That'd be fun to hear. And yeah, as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And of course, check out Beer Gym. Link is down below. And I'm going to say cheers. And see you guys in another beer review.